It's dropping people pretty quick.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is T-Space, and welcome back to another episode of Viewers Insight, where you, the viewers, tell me your favorite Battlefield 3 setups, and I try them out. So today's episode is going to be brought to you by Hot Wheels 1997, and they want me to use the PP19 with the Cobra sight, laser sight, and suppressor. He also wants me to use the G18 suppressed with squad frag, med kits, and he also wants me to be a stealthy motherfucker. Now, overall, this kit sounds pretty interesting. I mean, being stealthy is awesome. I mean, who doesn't want to be a ninja or an assassin? So, I mean, this kit sounds pretty promising. But overall, before I've actually even tried the setup out, the PP19 was probably one of my favorite PDWs to use. But personally, I probably wouldn't put a suppressor on it. Now, I'll get into that later, so just stay tuned. So, first off, the pros of this setup. Now, the pros, for one, is the suppressors. I mean, that's pretty obvious. The suppressors pretty much take you off the map and basically allow you to flank without, anyone spotting you out, unless someone actually does spot you out. But overall, using the suppressor on pretty much both your main and your secondary is very, very helpful. Let's say you're behind 7 guys and you run out of bullets, let's say with your primary, you can switch to your secondary and probably none of them will turn around. I mean, even that scenario is kind of whatever, but still. The suppressor is very, very helpful. Within this game, or within these games that I've played, flanking the enemy was quite easy. I pretty much shot a lot of people in the back, which I kind of felt bad about, but most of the times, even when they were close range, I could, or even if they were facing me, I should say, they were still pretty easy to take out. Another pro for this setup is the huge bullet clip, or just the huge clip in general. The PP19 has a maximum clip of 55. That's with 1 in the chamber. So if you just reload on an empty, that is 54. And overall, this huge clip size really does help. Given that the PP19 doesn't have the highest damage out of the PDWs, this huge clip size really does help out. Another pro is the G18. The G18 is a very good sidearm. Overall, I think it's a very solid one. If you do decide to use it, keep in mind that given that it is a full auto pistol, going against 2 players might be difficult, depending on how close they are to each other. If they're like stacked up or lined up, using the G18 on them will probably be very easy work. But if they're spread out like across the room, so basically one person's on the right and the other person's on the left, you might have a more difficult time. Given that it has a 20 clip round at max, or basically without 1 in the chamber, that's 19 rounds. Using those 19 rounds effectively when it is a full automatic weapon is quite difficult. So overall, I do think it's a very good sidearm, but it truly excels in one-on-one confrontations because of the fast bullet dump, or the clip dump, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah. Now the last pro that I have is the recoil. The recoil on both guns, in my opinion, I would say is pretty good. Very, very manageable, especially with the PP19. The PP19 really never had that much recoil, and given that it didn't have that much recoil, you could pretty much spray close range and have no defaults, or no penalties to you. This is probably one of the things I don't like about Battlefield 3. I know this is a tangent, but I want to get this out of the way. I really don't like how Battlefield 3 has certain guns where there's really no recoil on it, and people don't get penalized for doing this. But anyhow, back to the topic at hand. So overall, the PP19 and the G18 really don't have that much recoil. I mean, to tell you the truth, if you compare the PP19 to the G18 would probably have more recoil than the PP19. But overall, I do love the recoil on both guns, and it made it very, very manageable depending on the range. I mean, even at far range, the PP19 was extremely, I wouldn't say extremely good, but it was good enough to the point where I can get kills. Now moving on to the cons. For this gun, given that you added a suppressor to it, or you told me to add a suppressor to it, it made the gun very, very weak. Given that the PP19 has a maximum damage of 16.7 and a minimum of 12.5, the suppressor pretty much just makes this gun a lot weaker. It pretty much puts the gun into a minimum damage range faster, since the suppressor reduces the bullet speed. My personal opinion, I probably wouldn't use the suppressor. I think I said this before in the very beginning of the video, but if I didn't, I don't use the suppressor on this gun. I feel that leaving that third equipment slot in the weapon loadout is completely fine. Just leave it blank. I think that's completely fine with me. All you really need is a sight that you love, and then pretty much the laser sight, and everything else works out fine. But overall, I wouldn't really recommend putting a silencer on it, given that it does really weaken the gun. I had a couple of incidents where I thought I killed someone, even though I like mag dumped like 30 clips into a crowd of people, and overall I probably got at most a 50 kill assist. It probably was my aim, but I don't really know. It felt very, very weak. Another con is the slow reload. Whether it has no bullets or it has one left, so basically, you know, a full reload or a half reload, I like to call it. The bullet or the gun reload was very, very slow. Especially for the PP19. It was just extremely slow, and I just didn't like it. I always got caught in situations where I would be reloading because I had no bullets, and then all of a sudden a guy comes around the corner and I'm pretty much dead. I couldn't switch to my G18 fast enough, and he would just completely own me. So that was a very, very bad part about this gun. The G18, I wouldn't say had a bad reload, but I mean it's a pistol. I can't really get too mad about that. And last but not least, kind of counterintuitive of me of saying this, but basically, I didn't really think I had that much ammo. Given that I had like 55 in a clip, I felt that I was running out of ammo too fast. Given that the suppressor pretty much reduces the damage over distance a lot quicker, I ran out of bullets a lot faster because I would have to pretty much mag dump 20 shots to a guy that was even medium range for me. I know this gun wasn't specifically made for far range or even medium range for that matter, but I feel that I should have the ability to push the gun past its limits. Like, let's say, for instance, my sniper rifle, right? Most people wouldn't imagine people using the sniper rifle close range or whatever, but I mean, some people do, like myself. So I like to push guns past its limits. And for this gun with the suppressor, it was hard for me to push it past its limits because pretty much, if I wanted to shoot someone far range, they would have to be pretty much standing still for me to actually kill them. I mean, if they moved at all, they'd be gone. I would never ever see that guy again, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere I get this assist of like 20, and I'd be like, wow, I got 6 hit markers and all I did was 20 damage. I mean, that's pretty weak. So overall, given that fact, I would pretty much have to empty more clips into, or more bullets into people, and then, you know, I wouldn't get as many kills. I would get like 30 bullets into a group of people, and then maybe a kill and then an assist. I mean, it was pretty bad. I didn't really like it that much. So overall, that's pretty much the pros and cons for this setup that I had. I almost forgot the squad perk, the ammo, or not the ammo, the grenade perk. I really did like it a lot, I would have to say, when I actually was able to use it, because I don't really want to stack perks or whatever. So basically, when I got the chance to use it, it was very helpful. 2 nades are always good. But overall, I would have to say I can't really highly recommend this setup to everyone because it's very, very situational. This kit is pretty much kind of limited only to close range, and even at that, it's not really the best at close range. Like the MP5 or whatever it's called, the M5K, or the MP7 are probably way better than the setup. I mean, even if they have a suppressor, they'll probably be way better, given that they have faster fire rates and their damage is a lot higher. So you can pretty much just kill people a lot faster. But I mean, if you do want to try it out, go ahead, try it out. It was a very fun setup to play, but overall, I wouldn't really go back to it constantly. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you do want to be featured for the next episode of Viewers Insight, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Tell me your favorite Battlefield 3 setups, and whichever one gets thumbs up the most, I will use for the next episode. So, like always, leave a comment down below, tell me what you thought, give me a like or dislike, so I know for sure. If you like what you saw, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Wow, I almost messed up on my intro, guys. And once again, my name is T-Space, and I will catch you guys later.